Still talking about evangelism. I was interrupted by a doorbell, unexpected. Um, Paused the video, walked to the door. Of course, there's nobody there, so I stopped for nothing. I was just about to give examples of how we can be a help and a support to the evangelists in our life. They are generous people that give God's resources freely. You may want to identify the resources they're giving away, tracts or bottles of water or various things that they share, and say, how can I help with that? And you will be connecting yourself to the ministry of evangelism by saying, okay, I'm going to give these amount of bottles of water, or whatever the means by which he is ministering and developing these relationships with these not yet saved people. Then you've connected yourself to that ministry. In general, I would say the evangelists I know are spontaneous and flexible and go with the flow people. If you think to yourself, well, that's going to lead to some areas where someone could help them, maybe that's the way that you can assist the evangelist in your life. As soon as I said this, I realized that we should be thinking this not just for evangelists, but for all of the people that God has put into our lives to equip us, that are giving of their time, of their energy, of their gifts, of their resources. And it is a flaw in our national culture, national character, that we kind of expect everyone to be completely autonomous and bootstrap, and everybody can do everything for themselves. But I assure you that the strongest people you know that are serving to a great extent, paid or otherwise, are in need of encouragement, are in need of resources, or in need of kinds of help that your gifts can provide. So, I mean, the evangelist is the example here because that's the thing talked about in the second chapter of Acts, but this is a massive ambiguity. There's no specific verse that says how you're supposed to help precisely the equippers in your life. But you have to know them, and you have to pray, and you have to read the word, and you have to be seeking ways to be a benefit to them. You are connected to the ministry of evangelism if you are being of benefit to the evangelist who is doing it. You are getting a passing grade, as it were, in evangelism by being a benefit and blessing to that evangelist. And I will say that too for the apostles in your life, the prophets in your life, the evangelists, the shepherds, and the teachers in your life. You have something to bless them with, and many of them can't ask. Many of them can't ask. Many of them will say, I'm praying for these things. God is taking care of my needs. Many of them feel that maybe it makes God look weak to say that they have unmet needs. But as God puts it on your heart to be of any kind of blessing, materially, financially, just offering time and energy and fellowship to these people that equip you on a regular basis, you will be, without even knowing it, facilitating and increasing the reach of their ministry just by being the things that they need their friends and brothers and sisters to be for them, as well as providing whatever the things are that facilitate those ministries. In particular, you're facilitating that person who is part of that ministry. God bless you. Thank you for listening. And I hope that the term anti-sermon caught your attention. I hope the explanation was a cause of thought rather than a stumbling block. It's just that we are trained as people that study and teach the Word to say, I know the answers. But what if God has left the answer unfilled? Blank spot. The blank spots are for you and Jesus to fill in together. And that is an anti-sermon.